Whew. Nope, that was just me grabbing some water. You know, it's one of those times when I'm pretty sure I've muted the mic, but here we are. Nah, it's just grabbing some water because here, I'll give you another sample. There you go. Ah, yep. Oh, and surprisingly, this is going to be one of the Mexican foods that does not actually involve beans. Oh, aw, oh, geez. Thanks, Christopher. Aw, geez, 40 months. I need to like make some make some new badges that are like different colors and stuff. Oh my gosh. Uh yep. 40 year or 40 40 years. 40 years of I was going to say 40 years, but yeah. 40 years of making sure that I'm utterly moist. Moisturize me. So today we're actually going to be making um, a recipe I grew up with. So this is a recipe I grew up with. The first part is a recipe I grew up with. The second part is me throwing together stuff. And this will actually be another low-cost recipe. So we're gonna be making something that if you are strapped for cash, which if you live in America, you probably that's a possibility. If you are strapped for cash or otherwise just trying to be frugal, this is a real lifesaver. Because I was doing the math in my head, and just the fideo alone is like, I did the math, and it's like, I want to say a couple of bucks for a lot. Actually, there's no cheese on this one. So, what we're gonna need for fideo is we're just gonna need tomatoes. We don't need pretty tomatoes. Honestly, ugly tomatoes are better. Ugly tomatoes are very good for this one. So you're just gonna need tomatoes, onion, obviously garlic. Who are we? Who are we? We're throwing garlic in this. That's how it works. One sec. Let me make sure I have stream. Let me make sure I can get to chat. So yeah, we'll need tomatoes, garlic, onion. Honestly, whatever cooking oil you have, whether it's canola, olive, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You just need a cooking oil. So you just need a cooking oil. We will need bouillon. The more like sketchy and from a Mexican supermarket, the better. Where is it? Now I already have pre-ground cumin, but if you want, what you here is a pro tip for actually when I run out of cumin. Here's a pro tip from my aunts. So this is coming straight from old Mexican ladies, and yes, I will call them old if they come at me, bro. If you really want that good flavor and you want it to last a while, what you do, where is it? I know I have cumin in here. What you do is you go and buy like the little plastic baggies of cominos. you buy the little plastic baggies of cuminos, and then you just get a mortar and pestle or a molcajete, whatever you have access to, and you grind that shit yourself. Oh my gosh, I'm short. I know I have sage. Did it somehow end up in the pantry? That wouldn't surprise me. I know I have cumino. Where is it? Oh, old man noises. What's this? That looks delicious, but it's not cumino. I am like, where? Ground ginger. Ah, found it. I need to organize better. Oh no, potato and fragor. Yep. So if you really want low-cost spices, what you do is you go to the Mexican supermarket, you get them in little plastic baggies, and then what you do is you just get a mortar and pestle, a spice grinder, a molcajete, something, and you grind that shit yourself. It's gonna be cheaper, and the other aspect of it is it's gonna have a longer shelf life. I mean, spices tend to last a while, but it'll have a longer shelf life because it'll be fresher, and then you're grinding it. It hasn't been sitting in a super for like who knows how long. So it's gonna have a little bit longer a shelf life because you're literally getting it straight from the source. So that's a pro tip from little old Mexican ladies. It's gonna taste better too because you just aerated it out. So, and then the last thing is you get basically, we call it Fideos, and this is just a vermicelli. So, like, you can get these at any Mexican supermarket. This baggie right here is 30 cents. So, let's do a quick total up. You have about $1.20 of tomatoes, 30 cents of vermicelli. Onions are 20 to 30 cents. So that is about $1.80. And then throw in about like another 30 cents of garlic. You got $2.10, some oil and spices. These are probably going to add, I mean, like, it's a pittance of the cost out of it. And so, but, you know, after upfront cost, that's literally a pittance. It's probably going to add another like 20 cents of cost. So you have $2.30. And this is basically the entire meal right here. This is it. And this is all it takes to make Fideos. Now, the other thing that I like to talk about is, I think my favorite thing in the world is the Costco chicken. And I think for anyone on a budget, the Costco chicken is probably one of the best value propositions in the world, because it's $5 for a whole ass rotisserie chicken. Like, if you factor in the $60 a year Costco cost, and then let's say that you get a chicken a week, that's $260 in chicken for a chicken a week. So that's every week you have a whole ass chicken to eat. And then so that's $320, and you have a massive amount of protein and other macronutrients that you need for your body to run for not a whole lot of money. Plus, you can break it down and turn the guts into broth. Like, there's a lot you can do with a $5 chicken. Hey, so we're just talking about how to save money and eat fairly all right. How you doing, mate? Hey, Guardian. Oh my gosh. Well, horny jail isn't where I'm gonna go because I'm trying to talk about low cost eating. It's because generally it's in bulk, and the way that the chickens and the hot dogs at Costco are really there to draw you in to buy more because the chicken is so low cost because it's like, all right, they can afford to sell the hot dog and the chicken at a loss because on average most people are going to go in there like, oh, you know, I could go for some more milk, or I could go for some laundry detergent, or I could go for an entire a Star Wars pinball table. So the chicken and hot dog are meant to draw in people who want to save some money but might have disposable income. Mhm. So the chicken and hot dog are like super valuable. Hey, Luna. Yep, doorbuster special. And that's why we're going to take advantage of that and just go in to grab chicken. Now for our chicken, we're going to go ahead and grab. Hello, sir. Can I help you? Here we go. We might get more for our chicken. Yeah, Luna, right now we're just talking about low-cost food that can still let you eat pretty well. We're just going to go ahead and grab a couple of peppers and another onion. Exactly, the rotisserie chicken is... Mm-hmm. that is actually one of the coolest things in the world. I love that guy. I love that. That's like I kind of want to get the shirt of the Costco hot dog, and that says "I got that dog in me." That was like when we were playing Silent Hill 2 and we replaced the red pages with the Costco hot dog advertisement. That was like the best thing in the world. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty easy meal. I think this is going to be good because it has, like I said, it has a lot of your macronutrients. It has a ton of your macronutrients, and if I did my math right, it should break down to less than like $3 a serving. If I did my math right, it should break down to like $3 or less a serving. So for like less than $20, you can feed like 5 or 6 people. Maybe more. Because the CEO of Costco would not let them change it. Yeah. After we did our last low-cost cooking for college students, where we turned ramen into chow mein, it really got me thinking I want to do at least 2 low-cost meals a month because, well, one, my computer just died, and that's a thing. So one, it's partially selfish reasons, and two, because I'm gonna be real, some of these things literally are the reason I'm still here. And if these can help someone, I would like them to help someone because I know, and these are also not hard. Anyone with any experience in the kitchen can make these, and I hope that they help people. Yeah. 20 minutes from me, grocery store chain. They have an in-house burger place that's less expensive than others and not worse. Yeah, I think that's the case, Sleepy. It's probably the same deal as the Costco hot dog. But yeah, squirrels. We so we were playing Phasmo on Sunday, and my computer screen just went black. And to give you some background, I worked in IT for far too long in my life. Everyone's drawing me back into IT every time I try to escape. Whatever, it's good skills to have. So I worked in IT for a long period of my life, and so fixing computers is fortunately something I can do. Um, but yeah, I went through all the troubleshooting steps. I tested each bank, each stick of RAM. I reseated every single part, thermal pasted the processor, cleared the CMOS multiple times, double checked power source, double checked like everything else, and dead. So it's either the processor or motherboard. That's what I've minimized it down to. It's either the processor or motherboard, and neither of those are good. So they're years and years old. It's probably time. I'm not going to say it's like an upgrade. I'm actually like technically downscaling the processor, but a new generation. So it's more like a side grade. But it should overall run nicely. So we're gonna go with that. Now, let's go ahead and start getting stuff prepped. Now, this is, like I said, this is a very easy meal to prep. If you have limited skill in the kitchen and you also have limited tools, you can still prep it. All you need is one knife. So you're going to need one knife. When we're working in... Here we go. Let's go with this one. When we're working in the skillet, we're going to need wooden spatula. I need to do a better job of like pre-checking to make sure that I know every piece that we're going to need. We will need a microwave safe bowl. See, I agree with that. Oh, do I have a poltergeist? I have a tiny black cat. Oh, that, yeah. No, the only poltergeist there is undiagnosed attention deficit disorder. It's we saw a meme the other day, undiagnosed, but everyone's pretty sure. Oh. But yeah, so let's see. We'll need a cutting board. Yeah, we'll use the big cutting board. Exactly. That costs money. What do we look like? We're made of money? Okay. Not gonna forget this time, Yor. I'm remembering to put... Okay. Sometimes. And then the worst time I ever do that is when I've been working on stage or something, and then I have all of that horrible, like, stage dust. You know the kind. All right, let's switch cameras. Sweet. So all we're doing with these is let's go ahead and just trim the tops off. But yeah, that's a good idea, though. Basics of cooking. Maybe we'll do that for November. I'm still deciding on what the other basics is going to be. Oop, the bottom of this one's a little goofy. Yeah. It's probably fine, but we're just going to take it off. So, believe it or not, what we're doing is actually half of the steps that you're going to need for making a homemade salsa. There we go. Hey, KBJ. Talked to someone recently and I'm happy to teach people how to like do stuff with egg. Do like auditoriums are crazy dusty, and also speakers will attract. You would think speakers with. Let me move camera. Adjusting camera in 3, 2, 1. You would think speakers with how much they oscillate. Move the camera. 3, 2, 1. They would shake off dust, but no. I work in an audio shop. They are horrible. But basics of cooking is not a bad idea. I'm gonna think on that one. Yeah, we're gonna be doing one more low-cost cooking challenge this week. Yup. XLR cables, CPC cables attract dust like no one's business. It's also because nobody could frickin' coil XLR cables to save their life. And so they always end up with extra dust because they turn into a spider web. Oof. You know, actually, while I was in Japan, we had the black egg, which is a... All right, now you just... This is why I said this one's going to be real easy, because all we're doing is we're just chopping the onion super coarsely. That's literally it. Because we're going to be blending the crap out of this stuff later. So all we're doing is we're just opening it up. Let's kill off this bulb. Ugh. Ugh. That is, in fact, a 2-basket air fryer. I use it quite regularly when I'm feeling lazy and I want to like just throw some fries or some like, or a Hot Pocket because I'm from the 90s. Oh God, why would you say that? Fucking glitter. We did a production of Peter Pan like 2 years ago. We're still sweeping glitter out of the cracks of the stage. I remember, so I work wardrobe. So I work wardrobe and wigs. So I deal with that stuff firsthand a lot of the time. And like sometimes like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this has glitter." And I'm like, "Why do you hate me?" Air fryers are honestly really good for lazy cooking. Like if you are very tired and you just want to heat up something and it's like a good midway point between oven baking something and microwaving something. So that's my take on like how air fryers are. Oh God. I would literally I would lose it at that point. I think I'd cry and then rage. Like, I would go through a whole gamut of emotions if someone did that. Yep, they're just mini convection ovens. That's like, okay, so I'm not hella brown, but I'm brown enough. One of the things that I remember somebody said is when, like, they're like, "Hey, let's make quesadillas," and then I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds great. Let's go make quesadillas." And they're like, and then they were like, "Yeah, I'll go warm up the oven," and I stopped and I was like, "What?" I literally couldn't comprehend what was happening. I was like, "Warm up the? What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Yeah, you make the quesadilla and you put it on a baking sheet and you put it in the oven." It's like, what? And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. It was that meme. What do you mean? What do you mean? And you know what? I would respect that more because of how crazy the hustle of that is. No, so we always called it's not actually called that because the comal is very different, but we always just called them a comal, which was just the electric, like the big electric griddles. And we would make quesadillas on that because you just like warm up the tortilla, take it off, put the cheese inside, fold it in half, throw it on there, grab it and flip it.
Oven when you live in the cold food of out hot food.
I God damn it. I kind of hate that one because like my brain.
Don't you worry, girlie. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
Just my brain just like is trying to rationalize it and I can't. So once again, we're not crushing up the garlic, we're just slicing it so that way. Because speaking of microwaves, all you're gonna do with this is once we have all the veggies done, we're gonna, you know what? I should put it in a bigger bowl. Hey, Deso! We get a shouty for Desola. Put it in a bigger bowl. Oh my gosh, we're just getting the stuff ready for the sauce for the Fideos. I was explaining how Fideos are like just a staple. Fajitas? What? Desolat is another Twitch brown boy. So yeah, we were bonding over that. Also, I got to see him for like all of like 10 minutes while I was in Japan. I am going to be back there next year and actually hang out. And yes, I will bring my goddamn cameras, plural. Because I need to take my actual cameras out. Yeah, I'm like... That reminds me of someone who in high school said with all honesty, "Call me Vegeta." And so we called them fajita all day. Why did I just... Sorry, my brain just did the thing where like you put the thing you actually wanted in the trash. You need to go to Odaiba, so that way you can see the Unicorn Gundam. There's also like and Skiji. I think those are gonna be your jams. Also maybe Kapabashi. But that's if you're gonna get like cooking stuff. I forgot to mention those. But yeah. Oh, no, I'm planning on going back next October. So in 1 year, I have 1 year to train. Like I'm waiting for the Saiyans to arrive. Oh, oh no. Yeah. There we go. Cool. All right. So this is really all you need for the sauce. It's gonna be real easy. I'm gonna be real with you. Man, I wanted to go to Akiba so bad. Cool. So what we're doing is we're throwing all that in the micro for 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes. Yep, we're gonna blend it afterwards. You microwave it to start getting the moisture going, and then afterwards you blend it. It's just the way my family's always done it. You can experiment later on and see if blending it before microwaving it is better. Oh, I forgot something. It's fine. It won't matter. So, before you toss it in there, what you got to do is throw in a bunch of cumino. That should be enough. So a bunch of cumino. Let's throw in some salt and pepper. Huh? The sound went off. I heard it. Did it not go off for you? Cool. There we go. There we go. Lizard is just quiet. I'll need to adjust. I need to spend some time normalizing the audio. I've got a lot of gigs this weekend, so I'll work with that. Hey, Izzy. How you doing? All right. Now that we've got all the veggies in there, normally you would use a large skillet, but we're going to go with the greatest invention of all time, a wok, which is just a skillet with a booty. Yeah, get blunt. So yeah, we're just going to use a wok instead. Get plant. Plant is the best. Well, especially because carrots are pretty, like, they can grow in pretty, like, they're a very robust. I know. I've been talking to Dabbed because I want to get one of their, I'm hoping I can get a hold of a what do you call it? I'm hoping I can get a hold of one of their seasoned woks because I want that. That's just a wok that my dad gave me a long time ago. So, feel free to judge. I got it for free from my parents. So we're going to be cooking up the chicken. And we're just going to use a bunch of peppers. I love orange and red peppers. Such a good flavor. Let me go grab the veggies. Perfect. There we go. All right, let me grab my boat engine. Yep, onions are so useful. You can use onions for so many things. They're a very robust plant. They can do, like, and there is just so many applications. Huh. Good news, everyone! Ah, dude, why would you need luck? You're that good. Wait, that... Huh. I'm gonna have to rethink a lot of things now that I know this new horrifying existence of Hello Kitty. All right. Now, we could just throw this in the blender, but I'm starting to get really attached to the boat engine. Like, honestly, I would say if you're considering getting a blender, consider getting a boat engine like this, because they usually come with a lot of accessories that makes them much more flexible. Also, if you've never made potato leek soup, this is the superior way. Yep. I don't think I've seen an Emerson blender. Oh, they're way easier to clean. There we go. Yep, this got pureed nicely. So, yeah, what is an Emerson blender? I don't know that. Oh, it's an immersion blender. Okay. Yeah, okay, so just a... Okay. I've never heard of... Oh, yeah. And this is called stab mixer. Should Zauberstab.
Is this the ultra divine water?
Hey, Dashi. Thank you.
First a little stretchy.
Oh. I was curious about the Emerson part. Okay. All right, moving camera in 3, 2, 1. I did not read through it. I am uncultured in that fashion. All right. So yeah, Dashi, we are making a childhood favorite of mine and current adult favorite because I have never grown out of this. All right, let's give you guys some uppies in 3, 2, 1. There we go. I will forever be a man-child, but at least I'm not a podcast bro, so I'll give myself that much credit. All right. Yeah. My sweet old Mexican mother makes Tylenol jokes now when referring to me. Yeah, my sweet old mom makes Tylenol jokes. My nephew was saying that like, my side is the puzzle master, and in my head I'm thinking, know your place, because and my mom knew what I was thinking. It was like, yeah, you're really good at puzzles. It was probably all the Tylenol I took. And I'm just sitting like True. I just learned how to I just learned how to I played too much Diablo as well. So yeah, we throw a little bit of oil in here. Let's warm up the oil. Make sure it gets to a nice shimmer. So yeah, once again, this is Fideo, how you prepare it. Fideo is super easy, and it is super cheap. So once again, in the bowl over here, we just have some pepper, a bit of salt, some cumino, and the veggies were just were just about $1 of tomatoes, $1.20 of tomatoes, an onion, and most of a bulb of garlic. And so for that, we threw together just like those three veggies, threw a bit of cumino over it, and yeah, salt and pepper. Put it in the microwave for 3 minutes, blended it up nicely. I am probably going to be playing Metro on my own in a bit. So new studios and I'm using one of my... Yeah. It's a different experience. All right, so now that we've got the oil to a shimmer, we just get the vermicelli. And just throw that shit in there. Because what we're going to do is we're going to fry the vermicelli slightly. Because we want the vermicelli to brown a little bit. Let's just get it all coated in oil. Yeah, we want the vermicelli to brown a little bit. Because when you make fideo right, it should be slightly al dente, and that's because we do the browning first. So that's the difference between Italian pasta and Mexican pasta. I credit playing Descent as a child with why I don't get motion sickness as easily. I know I'm not alone in that. So yeah, we're just cooking this up at about a medium-high heat My mom usually cooks it at a high heat, but she even has admitted it's because I'm impatient. We're being a little more patient ourselves. Just trying to make sure that we get everything evenly cooked. Thankfully, woks are very good at that. All right. It's starting to brown nicely. So yeah, this is known as Mexican pasta in some circles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cooking on gas is nice. I would also like induction, but it is what it is. This is what we have here. So another like 15 to 30 seconds, and then this should be ready. Because yeah, as you can see, some of them are starting to burn a little bit, and that's okay. That's honestly going to add to the flavor. Okay, about another 5 or 10 seconds. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good, actually. Now, let's flip these. Now, all we do is we just take this, basically this salsa we just made. In it goes. And then you take the same bowl, get a bit of water, so that way you can shake out some more of the veggies. Combine it all up. Ah, God, this is going to be good. We're missing one more element. And if you ask me for exact measurements for most Mexican cooking, if you were here during the enchilada stream, you'll understand how that was a little frustrating to get the recipe, because it was just like, it's kind of this much. So a little bit more water in. That should be good. A little bit more. That should be good. Now the next step is literally just making sure that the pasta absorbs the water, and we get a nice thick pasta. What we're going to add to it now, secret sauce, some bouillon, just some regular old bouillon. There we go. And now we just let the water cook off. Bouillon. Can somebody write bouillon down? I'm trying to think like soup stock bouillon. It's like Bouli. I don't know. I got it from a sketchy bottle. You know, where the best stuff is. Thank you. Yeah, my mom buys like a giant bottle of it from who knows where, and then divides it up into a bunch of smaller bottles. True Mexican way of doing things. So yeah, now we just let this reduce down. Hey, Templar. So we just let this reduce down. You can adjust heat to whatever your preference is. Mm. And just make sure you mix it up here and there to make sure nothing burns, and that the noodles don't stick too much together. What? Wait, domes? Oh, Dome Keeper. Okay. I'll have to take a look at that. Better than Boolean. Because, oh, that's already smelling great. That is already smelling really good. Yeah. When I said Fideos is really easy, I wasn't kidding. It is probably one of the easiest Mexican foods you can make. And once again, this is, I think, less than $3 of ingredients will merit you this whole thing of Fideos. This is probably about like if you're eating it by yourself, this is probably about two or three servings. So it's a decent amount. But since we're going to be making a chicken on the side of it, this will probably break out to like 4 or 5 servings. Anime Girl Shooting Spirits game. Anime Girl Shooting Spirits game. Which one was that one? Almost ready. By the way, this is my first time making videos, so if they turn out kind of off, it is fine. But yeah, as you can see, they're absorbing almost all of the water and sauce. Oh, Kiki Spiritual Affair Bureau. Yes, I highly recommend it. It was one of the funniest fucking games I've ever played. Like, I highly recommend Kinky Spiritual Affairs Bureau. Like, it kept making turns, and we're like, what? What? And, like, the only part that, like, was a little frustrating was the forced stealth section. And, like, honestly, it wasn't that bad. I was just being impatient. All right, this is almost ready. I'm going to go ahead and grab a fork and see how it turned out. Also, if you work a lot, this is a really good quick meal because, oh, it smells just right. Almost ready. We might need to add a little bit more water because it's fairly al dente, but not... Oh, luckily we have a little bit. There we go. Perfect. And I think a little bit more bouillon. And you know what? Let's get spicy. I'm gonna make an adjustment to my parents' recipe. Here we go. We're gonna throw in some dark chili powder. Just a bit. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, it is a janky game, but like I recommend it. It is a perfect 7 out of 10 game, which is my highest, which is the highest honor I can give it. That is literally everything you need to do to make Fideos. That's it. Like Fideos, and so the aspect of Fideos is that because we browned them a little bit, they're gonna have a slight al dente nature to them. So they will be a little bit tougher than normal noodles, but they'll also be very filling because they absorb some oil, so they have some fat to them. Perfect. Perfect. So that's it. Less than an hour, and you can make a whole plate of Fideos. And this is, once again, this is about $3 of ingredients, a whole plate of Fideos. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go on ad break so I can containerize this and wipe out the wok, because we're going to need the wok again in order to make the next part of our meal. Yeah, I think I don't think paprika would go as good in this one. I think the dark chili did it just right. I didn't know his Steam name was different. Interesting. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was misinterpreting because there's like two Yi. Yeah, I was thinking you were saying Quados, not Quantos. I was like, I got my Steam names mixed up for a second. Okay. Oh. Aw, thanks, Ladies R. Oh my gosh. Ah, yes, Subnautica, which is one of my perfect 10 out of 10 games. Ah, wait. Ladies R. You know Bazar? Can we also give Bazar a shouty? Because Bazar is another D&D player. But yes, hi Raiders. Hello everyone. We're Robot on Coffee. We put the variety in variety streamer. We're going to be going on ad break very shortly, but we just made a whole plate of Fideos. So we're making today's. You know what? I need to finish my actual intro. Yes, put the variety in variety streamer. We obviously do cooking, we do indie games, and we do model kit building. Yeah, but we cook on Mondays and Thursdays, and we're starting to take up some new challenges, such as low-cost cooking, because we've been cooking from... Oh, thank you. We've been cooking from... Where did I set it? Oh no, where did I put my book? Did I put it over here? Yes, I did. Yay! We have... Sorry if I roboted a little bit there, but I am a robot. We have been cooking from the Fallout Cookbook on Mondays, but we're also taking up other challenges, such as we're doing low-cost cooking, like we're doing today, using a classic that my mom has taught me, which is Fideos. And yeah. Oh, what's up? Oh no, everything okay? Okay, well, we're gonna have to go to ad break so that way we can get rid of pre-roll. So we'll be back from ad break in about 3 minutes. Perfect time to go to the bathroom, eat a delicious food, get some water. We're gonna be containerizing this while we're on ad break, and yeah. So we will be back in 3 minutes. I'll still be here. I'm just cleaning up a little. Come on, wake up. All right, going on ad break in 3, 2, 1. Boop. There we go. All right, pre-rolls are disabled. Now, For anyone who's subscribed, we are still here. We're just doing a little bit of a cleanup. The Fideos are done. And, come on. Luckily, we can just reuse the bowl we just used to once again emphasize that you don't need a lot of resources to make food like this. Oh, I think I got this one just right. I think I got this one just right on the first try. Oh my gosh. There we go. Oh, we got the Fideos right on the first try. Oh, hell yeah, everyone. Yeah. Yep. Okay, there we go. All right, we're not even gonna wash it. We're just gonna do a simple wipe. Because honestly, leaving all that flavor in there is perfect. Now that we've left all that flavor in there, let's go back to our cutting area. Now, where did
Bread!
Hey, Gilliam, where did I put those ears? Where did I set them? This is always a question with my life. Where did I put a thing down that I had moments before? Nope. No. Huh. Oh, I know where some are. They're buried between some books. Don't ask me why I know that's exactly why. It's like when somebody's like, "Oh, where do you have a paperclip?" It's like, "Yeah, it's underneath my file cabinet."
Is this the ultra divine water?
Hey, Bazar. So welcome. We just finished up making a plate of Mexican. Well, it's more than a plate. This is a lot of Mexican Fideos now. Yeah, let's give Con a treato now. By the way, if you haven't met Con, yeah. Con, where you at? Where is that lazy kitty? Ah, there's the laziest kitty. Okay, what are we giving him, Templar? I've trained him that the slaps on the thigh mean that he's going to get a treat. Oh, yeah. Nope, we don't have one open. So you get to pick. No, I'm starving. Salmon? Let's see. We should have salmon. My salmon. No, give me that. One sec, buddy. Ooh, perfect shot. There we go. There's the baby. A baby, no. No. No one feeds me. I've never had food. That's why he's so round. Oh, look at those Pete's. My beans. He's showing everyone my beans for free. No, yeah. Oh. Say everyone new. This is Kan Kan. He's a sweet boy. He loves to eat. He's a good boy now. Big cans of wet food for my void. You got it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He's too excited now. The worst thing is when they get like really spoiled and they go like, and then they'll go without eating just to try to trick you into giving them their old food or something else. Yeah. Because like, oh, now that I've seen it, I can never go back. Yeah. But yes, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's my good boy. Oh, there we go. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, for anyone new here, this is Khan. So I can make assumptions, but how do you know ladies are, Bazar? And also, do you also play Subnautica? Because Subnautica is one of my perfect games. Like, Subnautica is one of my perfect games. It is a perfect game in every way. Moving camera. 3, 2, 1. Well, I would hope so. That's cute, though. Also, I like the nomenclature. It's fun. Oh, looks like something fell over, yeah. It happens. Okay. Also, all these dishes are clean. I just haven't dried them and put them away now. I ran out of time. Wow. There we go. So we have... Man, Hello Kitty is a human girl. That's going to trip me up for a while now. Okay. Yeah, Subnautica is one of my favorites. Yeah. I have this absolute love of, like, I have, like, reverse thalassophobia now. If a game has submarines and underwater stuff, I have a sickness. I love water levels. All right, there we go.
Rock and stone to
the bone. Yup. I am excited for it as well. Like, Subnautica 1. I thought that the second one, not Subnautica 2, Sub-Zero, I thought it was good gameplay-wise, but it was one of those, it just missed the mark for me now. And that's because I love Subnautica 1 so much. Because Subnautica 1, Subnautica, was so good at making you feel isolated because, you know, you didn't really interact with anything yet. And the other thing too was the Cyclops was one of the best vessels of any game, yeah. Because it was so big and bulky and like just fun to use. Like it was fun because it was cumbersome, yeah. And it was a mobile base. You know what? We'll use another red pepper.
My client is not guilty due to clinical insanity. On a live stream he stated, unprompted, that he loves water levels.
I'm sorry. It's true. I have not played. Wait, are you talking about the third person one? Oh, speaking of demos, I just heard that one of my drop everything games just got a demo and a release date. And this is a game I've been following for a while. Skate Story, yeah. Like, that's one of my literally drop everything you're doing. You're playing Skate Story.
Did I hear a rocket stone?
Yep. I got to play it on Gilliam's Steam Deck. Or wasn't it Steam Deck? I think it was Legion? I think it was a Legion, what do you call it? Handheld? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna be making some rough chopped up peppers and onion. So if you're still new to cooking, just chop up each pepper into fourths and then chop up each fourth into fourths. I was sure that was some fourth dimension, yeah. That way, the next part of our meal will have nice big pepper chunks. Because yeah, this is a food that even if you're new to cooking, it should be doable. And what can I say? I think water levels are neat. But yeah, this should be one of those ones you can make in like about an hour, hour and a half, depending on your timing. Because it's a very simple one. And you can also make it with limited space and resources. So yeah, if you're new, just cut an onion in half. And we're going to sliver the onion. So what we're going to do is just not cut all the way to the stem. And then on the sides, you're going to cut these into quarters again. These are going to be big, thick slivers. Actually, thirds. I counted. But not slivers like Magic the Gathering, because fuck those things. There we go. Perfect. Got me, Gilliam. There we go. Yeah. You know, I never actually played Vampire Survivors. I think I played similar games back on Macromedia Flash. There we go. And cut the stem off. Cool. And that is all of our veggies that we're going to need for this. Oh, who am I kidding? Let's throw some garlic in. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Ooh. Yeah, we got some dosh. We could throw more garlic in. That one's cooked. Some of these are cooked. We haven't put garlic in yet. I'm going to put this in the fridge just so that way I don't end up crying while getting the garlic ready. For anyone who hasn't ever prepped garlic, wants to know how to mince up garlic well, just real easy. Also, makes separating the paper off much easier.
Over 90,000 garlic.
Can't help with that. Just don't go too rough. Don't hurt yourself. Oof. Apparently I left enough onion out here to hit me. Oh, there we go. Oh, yep, that onion's a strong one. who would win? 20 streamers or one round stinky boy? I forgot to grab gumya. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's the bag. Because the bag has all the onion leavings. I'm setting it aside for now. Because I cannot see. Yeah, it's also because we're using our cheap knife, because I'm trying to emphasize this being a meal anyone can use. Oh, there we go. God damn. Yeah, no, I'm still crying. Come on. There we go. Oh, why are you continuing to go to sleep? You're not supposed to go to sleep while I have Twitch chat up. Okay. Yeah, you mentioned something about that that with cleavers. Oh, did we not smashy boy this one? I didn't smashy this one because I couldn't see. Oh well. That should be good. Let's just cheat and grab one of our little bowls. There we go. That should be enough garlic for now. That was like when we played that was like when we played Elden Ring, and like people would come in and be like, "Oh, you know, if you use this, it's actually a lot better." And it's like, "No. I will not." All right. And since the chicken is already done, like it's already been rotisserie, so it's ready. All we're doing is we're just seasoning it up. So we're just grabbing it and just unga-bungaing the chicken apart. Honestly, once again, this is a meal for people who want to save some money. So I would actually leave the skin in. The reason I would leave the skin in is because the skin actually has fats, and that's going to tell your body that you're full faster. Also, it has a lot of flavor. I know there's a lot of like, oh, don't eat the skin because it has fat in it. Fat is not the enemy when you're trying to make food for yourself. Like, fat is not the enemy. Fat is a resource. And you should use it. Because fat has, like, if your body absorbs enough fats, your body goes, oh, okay, I'm full. If your body absorbs a complex meal, then it'll go, ah, good, I have had what I needed to survive being attacked by a puma. Hey, Claire, how you been, friend? Fats are a very useful resource, and they're so good for you if you balance your diet right. It's not about like any one thing is good or bad. It's about balancing your nutrition and making sure that you keep on a balanced diet and you keep balancing it out so that way you have stuff that's good for you. Yup. Exactly. Balancing out your... I probably go a little overboard on protein and fat and probably not enough on carbs, to be honest. Unless we were baking, then I go overboard on carbs. It depends on the week. But we were talking earlier about how the Costco chicken is... the Costco chicken is honestly the best, like, cost proposition you can have if you're trying to save money. That might make it a little challenging. But yeah, the Costco chicken is one of the best value propositions because it is $5. So if people are like, oh, but the Costco membership is expensive, then I posit this concept. If you spend $60 a year on the Costco membership and you get a chicken a week, then you have spent $320 to eat 52 chickens. Whole chickens. Yep, that's the thing too, is if you have a chicken, it's not only just a meal right there, it's also stock, it's soup elements. There's so much you can do with just a Costco membership. And I'm not even sponsored by them. Maybe I should think about that. But yeah, the Costco chicken alone is really useful, and it's a good value proposition. Also, that Costco dog. I got that dog in me. Yep. Like I said, I have to replace computer parts. I just ordered computer parts, and so I'm like, I am about saving that money.
Hello, John Costco. I'm calling to ask
You know what? If Costco wanted to pay me in rotisserie chickens, I would consider it. And I don't think anyone would blame me. Like, honestly, I would be like, yo, whatever you're going to pay me, give me that in rotisserie chickens. And if it's too much for me, donate that to the local pantry and other places where it would be good, where we can redistribute that to people who need it. That's also a good point, Templar. I didn't think about that. So if you just got a Costco gift card, you could go get yourself some chickens. All right, this should be enough for the veggies that we just cut up. We'll do the wings too. That's the nice dark meats. Those are the tasty meats. Plus, it'll give us some more skin to make some nice cracklings in there. Mmm. Yep, the dark meat's the flavorful meat. But yeah, I think you can just show the gift card and they'll be like, oh, okay. Like, they're not paid enough to care. They're paid okay, but they're not paid enough to care. You could also have friends who have Costco memberships get you gift cards. I wonder if you can get them online. Okay. That's worth looking into. But yeah, there we go. That should be enough chicken for now. We're actually getting close to being finished with this meal. Oh, Claire, were you here when we made the Fideo? We just made a whole wok load of Fideo. So, yeah, watch the VOD if you want to learn how to make this stuff. This will cost you less than $3. Like, this will cost you less than $3 to make all of this. Because what this is this is basically just this is basically al dente vermicelli with Mexican flavoring. Okay, moving camera in 3, 2, 1. We went ahead and left a lot of the Fideo flavoring in there, and we're just going to throw some oil back in. Let's let that oil get to a shimmer. It is spaghetti. It's Mexican spaghetti. So the way that you make Fideo is different than the way that you make like Italian spaghetti. Where with Fideo, what you do is you actually throw it into your pan with some oil. Like you get an oil to a shimmer, you throw it into the pan, you brown it first to harden it up a little bit and to let it absorb the oil and to harden it up a little, like burn it slightly, and then afterwards you throw in the sauce and you throw in some water and you boil it down with the sauce in it, so that way it'll actually absorb the flavors. So it's not that the spaghetti and the sauce are made separately, it's that they're made together at the same time. Actually, yeah, Mexican chow mein, that sounds about right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and throw in the onion. Oh, that was less exciting than I thought. But yeah, Claire, we're starting to look into doing more low-cost food because I would like to return to doing foods that anyone can eat and make. Because while I do love the bougie foods, this is my upbringing. Mm-hmm. Luckily, though, onion is there for you. Onion is cheap and very flavorful. Onion will never betray you, except for when you're slicing it and suddenly you get a face full of onion, and then you go, "Oh no, my face, it is destroyed." Yeah, especially in this economy, we're going to be focusing on food that anyone can make. Well, mostly anyone. I don't know everyone's situations. But food that requires very little as far as tools go and preparation and doesn't cost a lot and will be of moderate to good health value. Definitely better than eating out, both in money-wise, especially in this economy, and health-wise. So to flavor this onion, we're just using the leftover Fideo sauce that's still in the wok. So yeah, the leftover Fideo sauce is in the wok. And so it's flavoring up the onion. Now we're going to go ahead and throw in garlic. Because why wouldn't we throw in garlic? There we go. Mm-hmm. Now, let's see, we throw in garlic. Let's go ahead and throw some black pepper on this. Let's go ahead and soften this up a little bit more. Also, I think I'm going to take our first low-cost one. And I've been bad about getting VODs up. I think I'm going to take our first low-cost one, and that's going to be the first one we put up on the VOD channel. Because I've been bad about that, and I need to be better about that. Because I would like to start saving some of this stuff. Alright, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and get some more cuminonia. Let's throw in some cumino. There we go. Throw in the peppers. Gonna throw in a little bit more cumino in a minute. This is just one of those meals that I'm kind of throwing together. Indeed. It had a reverb effect, and at first I was like, oh no. And I was like, you know what? No, we're gonna leave it. There are a few adjustments to some of the sound alerts I'm probably going to make. But after seeing them in the wild a bit. But for now, I think they're pretty good. Oh, that smells great. Once again, this is just cumino, pepper, let's throw in a bit of salt. And you think this could use some bouillon? Pop-up hair. What? God damn it, you got me! He got me. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll throw a dash of water just to soften up the peppers. There we go. Throw some bouillon in. Ooh, that was a good call. I think it needs a little bit more pepper. We're going to throw the chicken in shortly. God damn it. I've never heard that one before, One Arm. You got me good. Whew. All right, now we're going to go ahead and throw chicken in. We may have thrown in too much chicken. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, Kay's my buddy. Let's make sure we give Kay a shouty. Oh my gosh. I didn't know you were streaming today. I'm all busy with my own stuff. Aw. Hey, Kay. How you doing, pal? Oh my gosh. I need to return your message, Hedge 2. But yeah. Hey, everyone. We're Robot and Coffee. We put the variety in Variety Streamer. We do everything from cooking to indie games to building model kits. But yeah, what were you working on today? What were you cooking? Was it the peanut butter stuff, or was it something else? Because I still want to collaborate. Oh, okay. So we have a couple of projects we do here. One of those is this is actually part of one of them. So to give you all some context, on Mondays and Thursdays, we stream cooking content. So we do a lot of cooking here on Mondays and Thursdays. On Mondays, especially, what we focus on is we are actually cooking every single recipe out of the Fallout cookbook. We originally finished off the D&D cookbook, and so we started on the Fallout cookbook. We're 21 out of 79 recipes done. And we started up some other challenges in addition to Kitchen Gladiators. One of them was we take community challenges like once a month. And that's kind of I pick it out, but like people throw down the gauntlet pretty regularly. We did appetizers one month. We did, appetizers one month. We did Cajun rigatoni another month. And most recently, our September challenge was that we needed to make something that college students could make. Because college students typically have very limited resources.
and very limited space. So it was a minimalist style of cooking where it's like, all right, we were like, all right, what can we make with one wok, maybe a couple of plates and bowls, one knife, one cutting board, and it was like, what can we make with like less than a half a dozen tools and less than $20, equaling out to less than $3 a plate. And the first one we did was we made top ramen into chow mein. Oh, okay. Ooh, pizza dough. I fucking love making pizza. What toppings? Please tell me there's pineapple on there. So, what we're making today is we're actually making something. We first made something that, I'm going to be quite honest, kept my family alive during my upbringing, which was Fideos. Fideos are a Mexican style of cooking vermicelli. The way that you do it is you actually first, before you do any kind of boiling, you put oil in your pan, and then you sear the vermicelli, and then you throw in the salsa afterwards, and you with some water, and you boil that down to infuse each of the noodles with the flavor. It also get the slight sear also gives them a slight al dente texture. Yeah, Fideos. Yep, brown boy, born and raised. And so Fideos was how my family stayed alive sometimes when things were very tight. So we decided that to add to this, because Fideos, that bowl right there was less than $3. And that's maybe 2 meals. So to add to this, what we decided to do is we decided, I just saw something we should add to this. That's going to really kick it up a notch. Is we got the Costco chicken, and we grabbed a few cheap, oh, wait, wrong thing. We grabbed a few cheap bell peppers from Winco and just onion, and we're just making a protein. Now we're just searing this up in the leftover Fideos crusties that were on here. We deglazed the wok with the onion, and then afterwards we threw in some peppers, and we used the Costco chicken. We've thrown in some cuminos and a bit of salt and pepper and a bit of bouillon, and I just saw something that I think is going to make this out of this world. And that is tahine. I think tahine is what this needs to really give it a kick. It's not spicy, but it has a slight spice tart flavor.
Lizard.
So yeah, we're going to throw some tahine into this. And I think that's going to do it. Ooh, I think that did it. I think it needs a little bit more tahine. But yeah, this is going to be nice. So everything here costs, I think, total $15. And this is probably going to be about 6 plates of food. So if y'all are trying to save money, this is the best way to look at it. We were already talking about this earlier. The Costco chicken alone is what makes the Costco membership worth it. Because you can live off of, like, getting a Costco chicken a week for $5. Aw, thanks, Snowy. So, yeah. You can live off of a Costco chicken a week for $5. That's a lot of protein and fat. And you can make soup stock and other things with it. So if you're hard up, hopefully that helps. Or if you're just trying to save some money, hopefully that helps. Oh, the tahini did it. Now, you're going to want to supplement this with a bit of fiber in another meal, because this is not a particularly fibrous, even with the veggies, this is not a particularly fibrous one. Yeah, after we did our first one, I was like, you know what? I feel like we should do this more. And we did enchiladas before, and literally it was someone was like, this, it was so great to be able to make enough food for weeks in one sitting with like 2 Costco chickens. And like that really hit me. And then when we did another cheat meal, I was like, you know what? I want to do more of this. I want to do more affordable cooking. I feel like I have to in this economy. So I want to, and also I had to replace a motherboard, CPU, RAM. So there are minorly selfish reasons too. There are minorly selfish reasons to do affordable cooking. Oh, all right. Let's go ahead and turn down the heat. Yup. Mm-hmm. Perfect salting. There we go. That is just right. Perfect. Just right. So yeah. That is our... Let's see. Are you hot? A little. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras so y'all can see this a little closer. 1 second. 1 second, Con. Oh yeah, I'm about to grab one of those bell peppers and taste it. So, this is going to give you a complete protein. We threw in a little bit of the chicken skin too, because the chicken skin is going to give you fats, which will help you feel a little bit more full. So that way, this will help. If you're like
a treato.
Oh, we'll give Con a treato in a second. I think he saw me eating, and now he's over here. Please give me food. I want to get one of the smaller ones. Oh, come on. I'll give you food in a second, Con. By the way, everyone, this is Con. Ooh, look at that. It's just softened enough, but it still has some give. Oh, that's good. So the second half of the meal was about $12, all told. Whoa. We just use olive oil. And I just said, use whatever cooking oil you have. As long as it's a good cooking oil, it's fine. Use canola, use olive oil, use safflower, whatever you have available is fine. Because, I mean, like, typically I use safflower oil, but I was trying to emphasize the affordability point, because olive oil and canola oil are typically the ones you can get for relatively cheap. Let's see. Let's go get your Tritos. Ooh, is it over here? Yes, it is. Oh, that's a good one to look at. Oh, ho, ho, ho. So yeah, this is Con, everyone. He's a good boy. He loves his Tritos. He's a sweetie boy, and he's also a grouchy chomper. So despite being the best boy, he's also a grouchy chomper. But now y'all get to see something that he keeps hidden away. His beans.
No, he's showing my beans to the internet, and I am not getting anything.
You're getting treat.
No, it's not enough. I would like to get more treat for my beans.
Aw. Hmm. He is such a good boy. Oh, look at his face. There isn't a single thought behind those eyes. Not a single one. He's just a baby. Oh my gosh. Just a baby.
He is not feeding me enough.
Oh. Oh, hey, Akels. How you doing? Oh, you are a baby, Kate. Yes. And I'll message you back after stream because I wanted to coordinate. Because there is some candy recipes in the Fallout cookbook if you're interested. I kind of want to check those out. Maybe we can figure out something. Not for next week, but maybe the week after is what I was thinking. I want to make sure that everything is teched right and works. Because I haven't done a co-op cooking stream yet, and I would like to try.
Oh, my beans, please. Not beans again. My beans.
Oh, all right. That's enough.
No, he took it away. I have been betrayed. Down you go.
Mm-hmm. Both live shared chat. Have you done a shared chat before? I've done it once, but I haven't done a shared chat during a cooking stream. So I'd like to see about that, how that would work out. And then see if we can figure out something for camera stuff. So yeah, that was what I was thinking. Well, I think that would be fun. Oh, Con, are you okay? I didn't step on your paw, right?
I am calling 1-800-TREAT now to complain about this outrage of 2x beans to 1/3 treat ratio.
Oh, you're not getting enough treat, huh?
I need more.
By the way, he is a rotund boy because he gets fed 4 small meals a day and he's the laziest critter in the world. So, never trust his lies. He has an automated feeder that feeds him on the dot every 6 hours. Because if he doesn't eat every 6 or 8 hours, he throws up and it's horrible. Poor little guy. Oh, yeah, I am probably going to get hurt during candy making, but it's fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, we're going to start cleaning up a little bit, and then we're going to plate and see how our meal looks plated. Because I want to get some Fideos out. So let's go ahead and put this stuff in the oven. Or in the sink! Those are very different things. Oh, that's right, I was going to show you the food. So, yes, here's our food. Or did I show you the food? I think I did. I am a little scattered, if you can all tell. But yeah, so the chicken is nicely cooked. The chicken was already cooked. All we were doing was infusing the flavor of cuminos and tahini, a bit of salt and pepper. So yeah, and we slivered up our onion a little bit to make sure that it's separated out in there. That's right, I did. See, that just tells me I'm hungry. Thank you. Okay. So let's wipe down this area. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get everything plated up so y'all can see what this is going to look like when it's done. But for anyone who's here for the rest of the stream, actually, where are we at? We're going to have to hit an ad break while I'm doing some light cleaning, because that way we can get rid of pre-roll. So we're going to do one more ad break, and this will be the last one. So, all right. So if you need to go grab some water, get a stretch, get a little walk in, go to the bathroom, I'm still going to be here, but I'm just going to be cleaning up. We won't plate without everyone here. So going on ad break. So, and one sec. Boop. Let me make sure I refresh that. Come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Going on ad break in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Did it go? There it goes. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to clean up a little bit because when we were doing the blending, got some spatter everywhere. That's okay, though. And we're going to put the rest of the chicken away in the fridge. This is going to become soup. Oop. I'll have to do some reorganization later. Oh. There we go. Okay. Ad should be over in a couple of minutes. That'll be our last one. Yeah, I actually think I prefer manual ads because as much as remembering to do them is kind of a pain in the neck, I prefer to have the manual control rather than being cut off in mid-sentence or something. That I think is a bigger pain.
Is this the ultra divine water?
Oh, 1 second. Boop. Let me grab some water real quick. Thank you. Okay. Now let's just wipe down that area right there. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Cleaned off this surface nicely. We should be done with ads right now, so we can start plating up some food. Oh, thank you for that hydrate. I'm terrible about remembering to hydrate. Christopher said that the hydrate and stretch are basically streamer Tamagotchi because streamers are terrible about taking care of themselves. That's a Kayagachi. Or Kayutagachi? Oh, here we go. Honestly, Fideos are great fresh, but there's also something about getting Fideos the next day when they've gotten a little bit of crust on them. Like, I don't know. I think it's a comfort thing for me because it's something I grew up with, was eating day-old Fideos. Once again, I didn't realize we didn't really have much, but, you know.
There we go. KO'd him on. Let's get way because when folks. Yup. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. There's also those times when you're like, why am I so grouchy? Oh, I haven't drank water. I got that way the other day where I was like super grouchy. And then I realized afterwards I hadn't had water in a minute. Maybe we really are just at the whims. Okay. And now for the one bougie element to this. The one bougie element. Yeah, because like it's basically your body is thrown off and like, or at least mine, my body gets thrown off and then I'm like, why am I feeling like crap? And then I start getting grouchy. So here we go. This right here is a complete meal. But because I'm brown, I had to spoil myself on one aspect. And this isn't even really a big spoil. This is very basic. Lime. Look. My parents would complain when limes went up by a cent. And so I grew up with like limes being occasionally be bougie, even though they're just part of our culture. There's a GIF floating around of like somebody of like that's like just Mexican things where it shows them like cutting limes and then putting it over guacamole and then putting it over meat and then like oh god what was it? And then like something fell over so they squeeze a lime on it and then they swat a fly and squeeze a lime on it. It's just like yeah, right, they're a basic. You know what, we're keeping to the bit. One knife. Singular. So if you are a broke college student or just live in this economy sometimes, just wipe the knife down. It's fine. There we go. And that is a complete Hispanic meal right there. I thought it was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it. But yeah, that is a complete Hispanic meal right there. This meal also, if we throw in the limes, barely breaks $20, I think. But this is more limes than will go in the meal. And not only that, remember there is more chicken. So if we break down to like percentage wise, it's still less than $20. So this is a full meal. And we're going to be portioning this out into some bento boxes and whatnot and making it into a nice, delicious. Let's see. So we're going to finish up our plating. Let's see. Because we're going to put a photo in the Discord. I was taught to always
let the camera eat first, and then have your meal. So we're just... Also, I work as a professional cameraman. I'm working with what I got here, but I'm trying to make sure that the framing is good. There we go. That looks pretty solid. Let's go ahead and get a picture of that. And I'll put up in the Discord. Let's get some close-up. All right. And then let's get video. Yeah, no, I work in sport photography, covering fights and other things. So, and I also work in stage doing various roles. I didn't like that. Let's do it again. Cool. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and post these in the Discord, and then I'm going to grab a food. And we'll see how this turned out. Perfect. There we are. Oh, thanks, Templar. Aw, thanks, Kay. Oh, there we go. Let's see how this turned out. I'm real excited. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Fideos are freaking peak. No, Con, none of this is for you. Chicken is good. But now for the extra bit. Throw some lime on that. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Oh. There we go. Yep, that's it. That's it. That was the missing piece. The fresh lime on it is the perfect addition. Oh my god. So good. Exactly. It needs it. It needs it to unlock the rest of the flavor. And it complements with the tahini. Yeah, so once again, if you're looking to save some money, this right here will set you back less than $20. And as you can see, there's a lot left.
there's at least 4 or 5 additional portions. So there is a fair amount to eat. So that way you can, get by. So you don't need to eat out and all that. And as you can see by the stream, if honestly, with that, without distraction, you can probably make all of this in about an hour and 15, hour and a half, and make enough food for like 6 people. So this is the kind of stuff that I want to do more of, is more affordable meals. So we're going to be doing this at least twice a month, is doing affordable meals. I've got to think on what I could do for affordable Christmas meals. Desolar has already thrown down the gauntlet for doing a gluten-free. I think I'm going to be trying to do gluten-free cinnamon rolls. We're going to try. So, but yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for the follow. Yeah, well, thank everyone for hanging out. This was another successful stream. I also like that our low cost ones are typically very quick. So even if you are working very hard, it should fit in a schedule. Oh, what's that, Marb? Ooh, gluten-free chili. That would also be good. God, the lime is just perfect. What's up, Marm? What did you give into? That's some impulsive thoughts. I mean, you do raise them, so that is, yep. If they do breed, then it looks like Doof Doof may have their work cut out for them with naming. Yeah, I agree though. I'm gonna have to look up the high fiber tortillas, because that might be a good way to complement this. Also, I'm gonna look up another Mexican low cost food, because I want to teach some of you how to actually eat like a Hispanic person. We don't use forks. Well, we do, but if you're eating traditionally, you don't use a fork typically. You use a fork to serve and stuff, but that's the whole tortilla thing, because the thing about tortillas is then you don't have to wash them. You are literally eating the delivery device. So, yeah. So, and food is less dishes, so it's less mess. The other good thing about this style of cooking is we reused a lot of our elements. So, yes, there's those dishes right there to the just off stage, but those are all clean. We have generated. Let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, technically 8 dishes. So, and that is a minuscule amount compared to what we've done before. I'll give that one a look too. Because, yeah, I'd like to, like I said, I want to do more low-cost food. But we're going to continue with our project. Let me see what's winning in the Discord right now.
So currently winning is... Okay, braised deathclaw steak and rice. But that'll be for Monday, and that'll be our 22nd recipe, I believe. I'll double check my count, but I believe that's our 22nd recipe. And so, yeah, we're doing braised deathclaw steak and rice, and Kay, I will hit you up on what candies are in here. And there's one that looks like it's an adult candy. That one looks like it might be an adult candy, and it might be pretty good. Okay. I'll hit you up, Kay. So, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and find someone to raid. Okay, is there anyone we know cooking right now? Does anyone know anyone cooking at the moment? Because I would like to raid another cooking streamer if y'all know anyone who is cooking at this moment. Because we want to send more love to the food and drink peeps where we can. Ah, darn. Yeah, that is the only problem with wrapping up. Oh, I almost forgot to say. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Heartworm, which is a indie survival horror darling that I've been wanting to get to. And then Sunday we will be doing co-op Peak with Rat and Dessa and Gwyn. So we'll be doing some Peak. I'm gonna hit them up and see if they want to. Oh, you got someone to person. Oh, Birria. Oh my god. Okay, I think that's the winner because yeah. As Birria is the perfect follow-up to this. And if you don't know what birria is, birria is you're gonna know soon. You're gonna know soon. Okay, so we're gonna be rating Ameameo, and we're gonna be rating them. Let's see. I think it's pretty obvious. The raid message will be, "This is a robot raid. Put all the tacos in the bag." Let's get a raid message up. Oh, queso birria. Thank you, Christopher. Okay, so yeah, everyone, I'll see you over there, and we'll be back again tomorrow at 8 p.m. to play Heartworm. We're gonna do a full playthrough because it should be beatable in one sitting. We'll see. All right. Oh, perfect. They're in Aussie as well. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, have a great night, everyone. I will see you again soon. Also, before I forget, big shout out to Coyote and Ladies R for the raids.